Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. We just gonna talk, okay? We gonna talk about the show, of course, but we just gonna talk, all right? Married to Medicine is my show, and as the saying goes, one monkey don't stop no show. Real Housewives of Atlanta didn't stop when Nene left. Married to Medicine ain't didn't stop when Mariah left. It's not gonna stop since Quad left. You know what I'm saying? Orange County didn't stop when Vicky left. The show will go on. Okay. Um, I think this is one of those situations where I'm defending Quad because, in my honest opinion, when I think about the last 10 years of Married to Medicine, I can't think of anything that Quad has done to the point where they would need to take it to this level to kind of, I guess, ice her out of the group. Dr. Heavenly is my girl. Dr. Heavenly is my fave over all of these girls. So you can't even use when it comes to me, oh, you just doing that because you like Quad. No, because now it's my faves going against each other. Because if you've been watching my videos for years, you know that girl, Dr. Heavenly, is my number one girl. Then Quad and Dr. Simone. Dr. Simone to me, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, Dr. Simone is like an Ashley Darby for me. I don't go off of Dr. Simone like I used to because I started to see Dr. Simone for her ways and the way that she works. But because Dr. Simone was my fave at one time, um, I still have a soft spot for Dr. Simone. Kind of like Ashley Darby. Ashley Darby was my fave. Girl, okay? But I started seeing Ashley Darby for her works, girl. And I was like, oh girl. But because that was my girl at one point, it's hard to, when it's your fave, it's hard to let them go. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Dr. Simone is with me. But when it comes to Heavenly and Quad, those are my girls. So now I'm looking at both of my girls, right? Go back and forth. And it could be one of those situations where both people are wrong, both people could be right, or one person is wrong and one person is right. I don't think that Quad walks on water. I think that Quad has done some things as far as, and I've already addressed this in past videos, showing up late to work, disrespecting these women's time, right? Girl, we got stuff to do, and you popping up on the scene 2 or 3 hours late. That's disrespectful and enough to get you cursed out, right? Quad walking around thinking she's better than some of the girls, thinking she can't be replaced. And here we are. Okay? Like I said, girl, y'all should have figured out what was going on when they got rid of Vicky and Nene Leaks. That should have showed y'all right then and there that the girls ain't playing. Down to the Bravo. Um, I continue to ask the same question over and over, even on Twitter. What has Quad done to Dr. Simone, Dr. Jackie, Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Contessa, Anila, current past cast members that will make them feel that this is the way to go with Quad and icing her out of the group? Now, if we're going to be honest, because that's what we do, can I see Dr. Jackie being bothered that Quad threw her name into the mix when Quad was apparently trying to renegotiate her contract? Because the word on the curb is Dr. Heavenly said that she heard from them little boys, I'm guessing production or human resources, I don't know, that Quad used Jackie's name when she was trying to get more money. So can I see Dr. Jackie being bothered by that? Yeah. But this is the fact of the matter. Dr. Jackie can't say that. They can't bring that up because the truth of the matter is, why and how would you know what's going on in human resources? So that could possibly be a problem that Jackie has with Quad. But they know they can't bring that up on the show. Because again, why would you know and how would you know the conversations that are being had when people are discussing their contracts? And Quad is kept. I know these are both women. All of these women, all of these people are women. But in my honest opinion, and some of y'all might not agree, it's no different than when a woman goes into trying to get more money and she says, girl, my male counterpart does X, Y, and Z, and they get paid $5 more than me. When the girls are trying to get more money, they're going to bring, if they know what the other girls are making, they're going to throw them into the mix. If they know what the other girls and boys are making, they're going to throw them into the mix. And Quad is kept, if we're going to be honest about it, Jackie and Quad ain't friends anyways. Heavenly already told us the only time that Jackie talked to Quad is through her. Dr. Simone said in this episode, Dr. Simone literally said, I'm not having any issues with Quad. I can continue to be around her, be cordial. So if you ain't got no issues with Quad, then girl, what's the issue? Girl, that's what I'm saying. I really think that some of the women on the show have did a good job at trying to convince some of the viewers that Quad is the issue, that Quad doesn't take accountability, when the fact of the matter is, a lot of them really don't have issues with Quad. The issue at hand is Toya in Quad. And Eugene low-key slipped up and told us what it was in the confessional. We'll get into that in a little bit. At one point, Quad says that she thought the resurrection was her way of starting over. Now, we know that the resurrection was over the top, girl, dramatic. It was unfair at a certain point because Quad says basically comes in and she wants to move on. And then when Toya basically didn't agree about moving on, Quad got pissed off. I didn't like that. But if we're going to be honest, and I hope y'all are being honest, if you think about the resurrection, I can see how Quad walked away thinking that, girl, we're good. Because the only person that had an issue at the end of the resurrection was who, class? Toya. Simone was okay with Quad at the end of the resurrection. Sweet Tea was. Phaedra was. Jackie was. Heavenly was. The only person, again, which is understandable, that still had an issue with Quad at the end of the resurrection was Toya. So for Simone to come back and be like, oh girl, that was a complete flop. Well, based off of y'all interactions with Quad at the resurrection, was it a real complete flop? Because again, from what I remember, all of y'all pretty much said y'all good. So if we good, and Simone, you're saying now that I'm not having any issues with Quad, I can continue to be around her, then baby girl, what's the problem? Girl, am I making this up? Am I making this up? Is this not what's happening on y'all team? Girl, we got to be watching two different shows. Girl. Anyways, so Heavenly says that Quad keeps using keep saying their sisters, but that Quad is using her. Heavenly, Quad ain't using you. The truth of the matter is, if we're gonna be honest, Dr. Heavenly, every time I look up, you down to the YouTube calling that girl a hoe. And then you'll sit here and say that Quad got mad, you're not gonna do it no more, and then you'll turn around and call her a hoe again. And then you get mad and say, girl, oh, I haven't heard from Quad. Maybe because you keep calling her a hoe. Simone says, can we lower our voices so that Phaedra won't think we're hood? Phaedra used to fucking trap houses. And she married a 2-time convicted felon. And she had one of her clients that she was representing pay her in cash in the middle of a parking lot. Phaedra used to hood. Toya tells Quad, you can't talk about my husband. Can I say something, y'all? And I know this sounds like I'm just like defending Quad. But this is how I'm looking at it. Toya, while yes, no one should be able to be able to talk about your husband, we're not gonna sit here and act like this entire group of women have low-key questioned Dr. Eugene's manhood. We're not gonna sit here and act like when Quad called Eugene Eugenia, that wasn't because of what Eugene did to her first. Eugene was down to the TV show. Now, y'all know I go up for Dr. Eugene. I love Dr. Eugene. I think he's one of the best men out there. I really do believe that. But Dr. Eugene was on the TV last year, not low key, being messy with Toya, with that gift basket, which I know some people will say, oh, because Quad gave Toya a gift basket. If that was Toya's way of getting her lick back at Quad, then that's fine. But now, Eugene, you want to step in the mess, right? And talk about her being lonely in that big ass house in the gift basket, and then you get mad when Quad calls you Eugenia. Quad doesn't up and call Eugene Eugenia just because. Let's start at why she called you Eugenia. And Quad is this kept. If your ass can get over Contessa sitting right beside you and calling your husband the definition of a big ass bitch, because Quad didn't call your husband a bitch. She just called him Eugenia. You called him a bitch at the reunion. You can't be calling my husband a bitch. She didn't say that. Those are your words. She said Eugenia. And why did she say Eugenia? Just like when Quad get to the reunion this year and get off into Cecil's ass because he want to make slick comments about Sweet Tea being more of an upgrade than Quad. That's what I'm saying. Y'all want to start at the end. Y'all want to start at Quad's response. But let's talk about, girl, while we at the response. And when she tell Dr. Simone that she can upgrade from Cecil no job having ass, then Dr. Simone and everybody gonna be in their feelings talking about why Quad talking about Cecil like that. Because Cecil was in the comments making slick comments about Quad. I mean, the confessional making slick comments about Quad. We're going to have to start calling the thing a thing, y'all. She says that then you say we robbed the neighborhood. Quad is just kept. If we really want to be, if we really want to be honest about it, girl, Carrie was the one who said that you had a hit out on Anila. Anila carried it out. And then Toya and then Quad and Dr. Heavenly were on the phone having a conversation about it. Y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't remember that? So I think where the problem starts to come in is people say that Quad doesn't take any accountability. We're going to get into that at the end. Quad doesn't accept any accountability. I think y'all want Quad to apologize to Toya or apologize to the group for whatever. And Quad is not apologizing. I am one to a belief that if you know your apology is not going to be sincere, don't do it. Because I can guarantee y'all what would happen is this. If Quad apologized to Toya for saying what she said last year, and in the midst of another argument, she came up and said, that's why your ass was part of the robberies in the neighborhood, people would say, oh, Quad, you wrong. You already apologized. Why you bringing that up? I think if people are going to apologize, let them apologize when they know it's going to be sincere and they mean it. And Quad wouldn't have meant it if she said it. But we're going to get into the accountability stuff in a little bit. Heavenly said Quad ain't owning shit. Blah, 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 girl. Simone is putting it like Quad uses in for events. Let me just say something. The setup with so what Dr. Heavenly said was at the resurrection, Quad basically was going off and cussing them out and saying that she ain't got no emotional attachment to none of them, blah, blah, blah. So now they are using what Quad has said behind the scenes in front of the camera. So let me explain this to y'all what I think is going on. So now Quad has said that I don't have any emotional attachment to these women. Simone and the group are now going to use her words to use them against her. So if you don't have any emotional attachment to us as friends, then why do you want to be a part of this friend group? In the real world, that would work. But in this situation, now Quad back is against the wall because they are not supposed to break the fourth. They're not supposed to, but we know they will, especially on other shows. They're not supposed to break the fourth wall. If Quad just outright said, "Listen, girl, I don't have any emotional connection to y'all, bitch," and all this stuff, there's all this stuff about me showing up when it's time for events, girl, I show up when it's time to come to work. Outside of that, I don't fool with y'all. But she can't say that. So now she has to think of a reason of, now Simone is saying, well, since you don't have emotional connection to the friend group, then why do you want to still be a part of this sister circle or this friend, this friend group? So now Quad has to think of something. Well, maybe I could change. Maybe y'all can forgive me and I can forgive y'all. Well, the truth of the matter is what Quad really want to say is, girl, I don't have any emotional connection to y'all, but bitch, when it's time to come to work, I still show up. Hello? You see what I'm saying? It's almost like a trick question. Not a trick question, but it would be hard to answer that in their environment because Quad, they're not supposed to break the fourth wall. And it's supposed to look like a real friend group. When we know that even without there being an emotional connection, but I can still show up to work and do my job. I really don't watch Funky Dineva videos like that, but I was flying the other day and I saw he had uploaded a video about maritime. So I'm like, let me see what he got to say. And I'm glad I watched it because he said something and I was like, that's exactly what it is. I know that it's hard to believe this because these women are doctors, and I have been asking y'all this. Remember I asked y'all, what does Dr. Simone mean when she asks Quad, do you look at us as your equals? Because in my head, as messed up as it may sound, I would not think that someone as accomplished and successful, girl, you're a whole doctor. Girl, you out here asking this one, like, not to say that Simone and Jackie and the other girl should have this superiority complex, this better than, you know what I'm saying? But I always thought it was strange when Simone asked her at the resurrection, are we equals? It's like, girl, like, why does this come here? Oh, good. Girl, I'm a doctor, girl. You know what I'm saying? And I think, fuck it, I never hit it on the head. I think that when the show started, they looked at Quad as the dusty girl. And I think that Quad was not supposed to become this girl that she's become. Right? Like she was always the ghetto, country bumpkin from Tennessee. And now Quad has she blossomed into the breakout star of the show, right? Everybody going around talking about Miss Quad, she got it, right? She's a kissing lesbian girl, right? I think that they We're not expecting Quad to be what she is. And I think low key, it bothers them, especially Dr. Simone. Now I'm adding that part. I do believe, I really do believe that, y'all. I really do believe that. I don't know if we want to use the word jealousy. I think that's a lazy thing to say for people because that's the thing we want to throw out there. So I don't want to say jealous, but it's something going on where Dr. Simone feels the need to bring Quad down a couple of pegs. Even if Quad wanted to go around town acting like she was the girl, like girl, you're a whole doctor at the end of the day. Girl, your picture probably gonna be in a hospital wall somewhere when it's all said and done. Um, I put these ladies are not friends. I don't care what none of y'all say. Toya don't talk to Jackie. Jackie don't talk to Toya. Girl, you don't even see Jackie say shit to Toya on film. Hello? You don't see Jackie talk to Sweet Tea. Heavenly don't consider none of these women friends. The only people that Heavenly will talk about and say that are her friends, she gonna say she team Daddy and team Dr. Jackie, and she'll say she cool with Quad. Other than that, Heavenly ain't friends with none of these women. Period. Girl. Dr. Simone and Jackie, they might speak when they bump into each other at the hospital. Girl. Anyways, um, like I said, Simone says I'm not having any issues with Quad. I can be around her. I can be cordial. So what's the problem? All right. Um, they call Quad to the room for them to have a conversation. This is basically when they kick Quad out of the show. And let me say something about that. Because Dr. Jack, because I see some people saying, oh, well, Quad was only supposed to be on 8 episodes anyways. Because Heaven was trying to tell us in the review that Quad was supposed to only be on 8 episodes. So we wouldn't have seen her basically every episode this season anyways. I don't give a damn if Quad was only contracted for 3 episodes. That has nothing to do with how the women decided to handle this situation at all. I think that's the point that a lot of people are not hearing. And how many times have I said on my channel that if they don't want Quad to be a part of the group, that's completely fine, girl. It is what it is. But the way that they went about it, that's the part that y'all keep missing. Even if Quad was only in her contract supposed to be on 8 shows or 5 shows or 6 shows, they didn't have to do it this way. They could have created something like, okay, girl, Quad, we just gonna say that, girl, you probably not coming around a lot because now Dr. Eugene Dr. G and his new wife is a part of the show. They could have went that route. There are so many avenues they could have taken to get to the point where Quad was in and out of the show, but this is the one they decided to take, which is absolutely wrong in my book. And y'all see, like I put on Twitter, girl, Simone led the charge to get Mariah off the show, and Quiet as it's kept, she led the charge to get Quiet off the show. Simone be the one that's doing all the talking. Hello? Y'all better catch that. Um, Jackie says that we've all been through some BS that was pretty painful. Um, and that's true. And the truth of the matter is Quiet was there to support y'all. Correct me if I'm wrong and acknowledge me when I'm right. It's been 10 seasons, a lot of episodes. So I may be off on some stuff here and there, but I think I'm right most of the time, girl. But y'all think y'all right too. Um, when Jackie was going through her shit with Curtis, I don't remember Quad kicking her down. When Simone was going through her shit with Cecil, I don't remember Quad kicking her down. When Quad was going through her shit with her husband, hello? So you can say what you want to say about Quad, but the way that they treated Quad when Quad was going through her issues in her marriage versus the way that she treated them when they were going through issues in her marriage are completely different. Toya and Eugene, they send Quad on her way. Her feelings hurt. Girl, y'all literally invited this girl down to another city, another state, Didn't have her a room. After y'all sat right in front of our faces, and Toya said, "We haven't done this. We haven't met up in years, but y'all supposed to be homegirls." Now, mind you, y'all all live in the same city, surrounding cities. Girl, but y'all can't meet. But y'all so busy and y'all so close that this is the first time y'all can meet up in years. Girl, bye. Girl, girl. Anyways, that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, girl, they're not as close as they're trying to portray. Girl. That's y'all trying to make it seem like they just have this sisterhood. No, they don't. Girl. Talia and Eugene. Talia's on the phone with Eugene. She says that all the ladies told them how she hurt them. Basically, all the ladies told Quad how she hurt them. Either Talia is lying or either production or editing did a horrible job. Because I didn't see everybody go around and tell them how Quad has hurt them. And y'all keep bringing up Sister Circle. And I'm glad somebody mentioned this because I forgot about this. Quad did give them a shout out at her birthday party. I think they had already left the building by the time Quad long-winded ass got to the friend group. Anyways, I put, did they tell them how did they tell Quad how she felt? I mean how they felt, because I didn't see it. I saw Simone saying she ain't had no issues with Quad and she could be around Quad. I did see Dr. Jackie bring up Sister Circle. I'm telling y'all, Dr. Jackie, girl, we're gonna call her thing a thing. Girl, Dr. Jackie, girl, you full of shit. The truth of the matter is, you're not friends with Quad. You don't talk to Quad. You are not bothered that Quad did not give y'all the shout out that y'all wanted, that y'all felt that y'all deserved at down to the party when she gave a shout out to Sister Circle. Girl, you don't even fool with Quad like that. You mad because you found out that Quad threw your name in the mix when she was trying to get more money. But like I said, you can't say it because the truth of the matter is, girl, why would you know what's going on in somebody's contract while they're trying to negotiate their contract? Hello? Now that's the real gag. So now you got to come up with another reason of why you really pissed off at Quad. Eugene. Now listen to this. This is what Eugene said in the confessional. Eugene said that there was some solidarity with the group standing with his wife. I told y'all, these heifers don't have no issue with Quad. The issue is that they stopped liking Quad and they're using Toya's issue to kind of ice Quad out of the group. Like I told y'all with Giselle and Robin. I mean, not Giselle and Robin, Giselle and Candace. Giselle ain't never cared for Candace. She definitely didn't like Monique. When it was time to get Monique out of the group, she wasn't standing with Candace. Girl, she saw the door propped open, so she kicked that bitch down. They don't like Quad. So now we have a reason to try to get her out of the group. So they're going to use Toya's issue to get her out of the group, but they're not going to say, oh, it's Toya. It's, oh, girl, she's done something to us. Even though when I asked y'all in the comment section, name them. Girl, name them. In my Sutton voice, name them. What has she done to Jackie, Dr. Hamley, Anila? Name them. Can't nobody say nothing. Name them. Name them. Name them. Because I can sit here and name the shit that they done to her. I can sit here and tell y'all how Heavenly go down to the YouTube and call Quad a hoe every time she breathes. She was just down to the YouTube talking about how Quad was over there in Africa, I guess, girl, handing out pussy to African men. I can talk about how Dr. Simone wasn't there to support Quad when she was going through what she was going through with her husband, and how now all of a sudden the entire group has embraced Dr. G and his new wife back into the fold. And then you got Dr. Simone down to the internet doing an interview the other day talking about, oh, I'm just being petty. Well, let's be petty. Let me be petty, and her saying that she didn't consider or think about Quad's feelings when she decided to basically bring, I guess, or embrace Dr. G and his new wife into the friend circle. Now, if Quad says, "Oh, I ran into the side bitch of yours, Dr. Jackie, and that lesbian who you was jealous of, Dr. Simone, down to the Publix, and we became friends, and that's why I brought them onto the show, girl, y'all would have a fit. Y'all would have a fit if Quad said that and say that I didn't consider your feelings or think about you. But remember, this is supposed to be a sisterhood. And then y'all wonder why Quad has no emotional attachment to y'all. They go out. Toya says, "Let's be clear. They all had their own issues. No, they didn't. 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 Where they going, girl? That was all one of different places. Toya had on a sheer shirt and some shorts. Phaedra had on a cream suit and a faux fur. It was cute. Dr. Simone had on a track jacket. Heavenly had on a blue jean jacket and a fedora. Sweet Tea had on the sundress, had on the dress, and I think that Dr. Leash had on the sundress. Girl said, where they going? Jackie, I put Jackie as that girl. We got to give Dr. Jackie her props. I still don't think Dr. Jackie is needed for the show. Sorry. Well, I think that at the beginning of Married to Medicine, Dr. Jackie was needed to kind of to solidify the show. And so people wouldn't think that it was a ghetto ratchet and that the girls were actually real doctors. I think that 10 seasons into this show, I don't think Dr. Jackie is needed anymore because the viewers, whoever watched Married to Medicine now in 10, girl, we watching the show. Like, I could see at the beginning Dr. Jackie being needed. 10 seasons into Married to Medicine, at this point, whoever watches the show watches the show. That's how I look at it. Girl. They'll get 600, 700,000 views. A few people might pop their head in to see what's going on. But for the most part, Dr. Jackie isn't discussed enough for us to believe that she's really needed for the show. If we're being honest. But nonetheless, Dr. Jackie's having a conversation with the Vice President of the United States, Vice President Kamala Harris. They're talking about Black women and childbirth and how Black women, I think, died 3 times more than like any other group of women. Um, so that's a very important conversation that needs to have and keep going. Make sure that, girl, if your doctor is not makes you feel uncomfortable, girl, here I go acting like I'm a nurse or a doctor. Girl, listen, if these hoes don't make you feel comfortable, go find another doctor. Hello, in the conversation. They still talking about Quad. Girl, sister, now Quad is gone. Y'all said Quad was a dark cloud. Dr. Simone said Quad was a dark cloud, but this y'all second time having a conversation about Quad since y'all told the dark cloud to go home. Whatever, girl. When Dr. Simone said they was joking. I guess they were joking about Dr. Jackie being invited to the White House, and Dr. Heaven was basically saying, "I know how to act, girl." And when Dr. Simone said, basically, girl, with her saying act, girl, that's an indication of what she gonna act like when she get to the White House. Okay, girl, I ain't gonna lie. I did holler when Dr. Simone said that. Phaedra goes and meets up with Toya takes Phaedra to go to her meeting. Phaedra is happy for Toya. She says that some of the ladies think that Toya is a lady of leisure and she just spends her husband's money. Phaedra, you was the one who was calling Toya a tennis expert just a couple of episodes ago. But remember Phaedra called Toya a tennis expert? Okay. I'm glad Toya is finally doing some with her platform. I never understood. I think this is another thing that people always purposely misunderstood me. There was never an issue with Toya being a housewife. That was never the issue. The issue was with Toya and Eugene having the financial issues that they were having to move every other season. Toya and Dr. Eugene have probably had 5 or 6 different addresses since they've been on the show. So if you are having, it's one thing if Toya really was a rich black woman, but based off of the fact that y'all, girl, throwing parties because y'all finally caught up on y'all bills, having to move every other season, having to sell your dream home where you wrote in the foundation of the home. But you have this platform, which is called Bravo TV. And instead of you using that platform to try and help with the financial situation, you just sit back. And here we are 10 seasons in, and girl, Toya is pretty much a Mary Kay sales rep. No tea, no shade. That's what it sounds like to me. But shout out to Toya. The men hang out. Dr. Alicia's husband, I forgot his name. He said this is the first time that he's been with the kids by himself. Even the other husbands was like, hold up, what? How old are your kids? They was all shocked. Dr. Damon said he was watching the kid baby 3 days after Heavenly had birth. Heavenly was back at work. Don't let Heavenly fool y'all with that whole girl. A mattress made in a mule shit. That is not Heavenly. Okay, at all. At all. She puts on a show for the girls, but that is not Heavenly. Hello? Cecil and Simone had me laughing when Cecil was talking about how like Simone had it bad, even though they had a brand new baby, Simone had it bad always wanting to watch other folks' kids, but then she would get called in to go to work, and so Cecil would be at the house having to watch girl his hollering baby and then somebody else hollering baby. He said the only reason why her shit wasn't packed when she got to the house is because I was busy with them kids. Dr. G, he excited that I guess Quad is basically now kicked off of the show. He talking about hell yeah, hell yeah. He says that he never wanted Quad and Quad and Sweet Tea to hang out because you don't want Quad to become cool with Sweet Tea and then her start telling the tea. Girl, catch that. But the truth of the matter is, Sweet Tea done already let us know that girl, a lot of the shit that Quad has said, she's experienced. Because you forget that Sweet Tea was a fan of the show. What you didn't know is that Sweet Tea done already sat down with Heavenly when Heavenly took her out for drinks and got her drunk, and Sweet Tea done told all her business to Heavenly. And she done said how Quad was right and how you are controlling. So you ain't got it. I know why your black ass didn't want Quad and Sweet Tea to become friends because you knew that Quad was gonna tell all your goddamn business. But Sweet Tea done already told us some of your business and confirmed what Quad said about your black ass. Dr. G is so handsome though. I'm not gonna lie. I was looking at Dr. G face like Dr. G look real different. It might be the weight loss and the beard, but you still ain't shit, Dr. G. And I think it's so weird that girl, you thought you was gonna come back to this show with Quad on the show, and then you thought you think that Sweet Tea and Quad wasn't gonna run into each other. Dr. Damon says he don't be knowing shit. Dr. Damon was literally sitting there like a deer caught in headlights. So like, girl, what y'all talking about? Eugene said, I like a little gossip. I mean, girl, no tea, no shade, girl. All y'all do. Ain't nothing wrong with it, girl. Men, it's this lie that men don't like to gossip. Men probably are worse gossips than women. Um, they all sitting down. Dr. Heavenly says that she basically is telling the young people who haven't, are new to marriage that they should basically, take advice from them. And Dr. Heavenly says that she said some things that she wish she could take back. Dr. Heavenly really don't open up about her marriage. So it was nice to see Dr. Heavenly just be, open up just a little bit for her. Dr. Heavenly says she said some things that she wish she could take back. Girl, we know. Girl, look how Dr. Heavenly mouth is set up. If y'all don't think Dr. Heavenly been over there wearing diamond ass out, and probably vice versa. Dr. Alicia says that she wish she could be more submissive. Girl, I ain't even gonna say nothing. She says that her husband is a head and she's a neck. Girl, if you want to be submissive, just be submissive, girl. I don't care. Um, but then she also says that she used to tell her husband shit like he ain't no man because he don't know how to pick. I guess she was I guess she was a handyman. She was the one who would get shit done around the house. So she would tell him that he wasn't a man. Oh, girl. So the whole accountability stuff. Quad said I've done things I probably shouldn't have done. I should have done better, but I also feel like I wasn't in a safe space. Right? Quad also says our relationship has been broken and I have retreated and I've emotionally kind of refrained from all of you. I want to be good to y'all and y'all good to me. Now, when Quad said that, I don't know why y'all keep saying that Quad is not taking accountability. Let me read again what Quad has said. Our relationships have been broken. I have retreated. I've emotionally kind of refrained from all of you. I want to be good to y'all and y'all good to me. Girl. I think what it is because Quad wouldn't apologize. That is y'all screaming that Quad is not taking accountability. When, in my honest opinion, Quad is taking accountability when she says, I probably should have done better. Our relationships have been broken. I have retreated. I've emotionally kind of refrained from all of you. I want to be good to y'all and y'all good to me. And y'all say that's not accountability. I don't know what else y'all want. Oh, y'all want Quad to apologize to Toya for basically being on the phone with Heavenly and talking about what Anila and Carrie said. That's what y'all want. That's what y'all want. That's what y'all want Quad to do. And maybe where Quad, I don't blame Quad. I'm sorry. Y'all not gonna sit here and gang up on me and tell me I need to be accountable for some shit that I don't even know what y'all want me to be accountable for. But then, girl, y'all ain't addressing none of the shit y'all done to me. Girl, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck you too. If you can't be, if we not gonna have a conversation about some real shit, then I guess we're gonna have to play this tennis match back and forth. But until you can address what you've done to me, the thing is they don't want to address it because they know that the way they've done that girl is dirty. Like I said, Qua show up to work late is disrespectful, cuss her ass out. Qua cussing production out ain't got shit to do with them girls. It is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I said what I said. I'm not changing my mind. I'm not. I really don't think that Quad has done anything remotely close to what these women have done to her, for them to feel like they should treat Quad the way that they treat Quad, or treated Quad the way that they treated Quad. I really don't think she has. I know she hasn't. And that's why even when I ask the viewers, when I ask some of you, when I ask the people down to Twitter in my Sutton voice, name them. Name them. Name them. Y'all can't respond with nothing. Because y'all don't even fucking know. That's the gag. Y'all don't even know what she done did. And then you got Simone in the episode talking about, girl, I can be around Quad. I'm good with Quad. I can be cordial. The thing with Heavenly in her YouTube channel that I love is that Heavenly talks and she spills tea and she repeats hearsay. Because the gag is when Heavenly say stuff, Heavenly, you might not be lying, but you don't know what if the motherfucker who told you is lying. That's the gag. So even with the whole contract situation, you don't know if that's the truth. You don't know. It could be. I'm not saying it's not, but you don't know. Somebody told you something and you ran down to YouTube and told it, and you like, I'm not lying. You might not be lying, but that don't mean the motherfucker who told you in your ear ain't lying. So Heavenly comes down to the YouTube and she says a lot of stuff which we love. But those who have watched this show, let me just tell y'all something, girl. These girls ain't friends. I don't care how you slice it and dice it. Heavenly, Miss Thing, like Funk I Neva said, if you think that Dr. Simone is over the fact that you questioned and dogged out Cecil's manhood, you are sadly mistaken. Simone can't stand your ass and you know it. If you think Toya is over you dragging her every fucking week last season, you are sadly mistaken. Toya is not over that shit. Right now, the eye was on the prize, and that was Quad. So all of y'all have come together to get Quad out of the group. But if you think that these girls are not friends like that at all. And Dr. Heavenly, baby, you next on the chopping block. Now they might not get rid of Heavenly because Dr. Heavenly, girl, she's low-key the producer of the show. But girl, that don't mean that girl, you're not gonna be on the chopping block. As far as like being, you being the next person in line, as far as who the girls are gonna attack. Anyways, I'm gone. I need to give me something to eat. I'm hungry. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. I think that's all I had to say, girl. I'm done. I need to watch Real Housewives of Potomac, and I'm gonna try to get that out tonight, girl. Bye, y'all.